right, folks, the weather did it to us today. We were going to go outside and give you some nice scenics of San Francisco, but it's raining. It's terrible. Although it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, so we'll get you tomorrow.
Hopefully. The note was just slid under the door here, and I'm assuming each guest got one of these. I don't even know if you've seen it yet, Jonesy. But 11:30 tomorrow is the annual San Francisco St. Patrick's Day Parade. And it's at 11:30 tomorrow. They say that it's going to last 2 to 3 hours, and the hotel is apparently right on the route. So the people at the hotel are saying, make sure you bring identification and your room key and whatever else, because they are shutting down the neighborhood, even the block around here, and apparently access to the hotel is going to be extremely limited. So
is Jack the Grand Marshal in that parade, by the way?
I don't even know if he knows about it.
We'll have to tell him he'll be riding in a car.
No kidding.
Raptor fans would love to be riding in a car with a win after the last couple of games. And interesting talking to Jay Triano at practice today. He said that we asked him about lineup changes, and he said, well, he hasn't decided anything yet. And, I don't think that we're going to see lineup changes until this thing hits maybe even further down than it is right now. I mean, it's a 3-game losing streak. If it hits 5, I think with time to practice, maybe you'll see changes when they get back to Toronto on Wednesday. Otherwise, I think you're going to see status quo.
Well, here's what I'm wondering, Jonesy, and let's be realistic about this, folks. As much as many of you are yelling for it, what would you change? Honestly, there's maybe one spot, and that would almost be like making that one guy the scapegoat. Because I don't think DeMar DeRozan has played all that poorly this year. Has he been, the stud 2-guard that you were hoping for? No, but he's 20 years old.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
He's 60 games into his rookie year, or his rookie career, excuse me. Or his rookie season and his career overall. But I don't know that you're going to be that much better if you put in Antoine Wright or Sonny Weems.
True. Because
Jonesy, as we say all the time, as much as it's a cliche, it's about who finishes, not necessarily who starts. And I don't know that starting DeRozan is burying you in games. The only other place I would look at is the point guard position.
Jarrett and Jose.
And Jarrett's played fine. I don't think you're going to make a switch there. But as much as everybody's talking about the inconsistencies and the struggles of Hedo Turkoglu, and you're right, you're not sitting
that guy.
A $53 million player. It's not happening because for 2 reasons. A, you'd lose him. And B, you'd lose any value for him if you were maybe thinking about possibly moving him in the offseason or in future seasons. You are not sitting Hedo Turkoglu.
I got a third for you.
Okay, and a third.
If you expect that guy to do something for you going into the playoffs, the window keeps getting smaller and smaller for him to get it going. Are you going to sit him now when you want him to have it going full tilt?
And that goes back to point A, in that lose him, in that he probably wouldn't be that motivated to. I think it would be a reverse. Instead of sending him to the bench to motivate him, I think it would get even worse. And obviously, you're not sitting Bosch or Bargnani.
Well, and
so what are you really doing to the lineup? What are you going to change?
Here's the other thing: they need Bosch to get healthy and get back to himself. Because let's face it, Chris hasn't been since he's come back.
Yep.
He's had 9 trips to the free throw line in 3 games. When over the course of the season, 3 games, you're talking about anywhere from 24 to 27 trips to the free throw line.
He was averaging almost 9.
Yeah.
So
he's settling for jump shots because I don't think he's quite as confident in that ankle and driving the ball to the goal as he was before the injury, and that's natural. It's going to take him some time to get back. So once that happens, I think things might fall into place. Problem is, there's better teams, and he doesn't have any more time to rest it. And as Jay Triano said, they're getting selfish. Every guy feels, okay, I'm going to do it for the team.
Yeah.
They take bad shots. There's bad rebounding position. It leads to runouts and transition by the opponents. And that's the long and the short of it right now.
The magic answer, the magic cure-all is simple. They just have to play better. And I know that might sound something, that's a cop-out answer. No, it's not. They have to play better. When they were playing better, i.e. playing better defensively especially, playing like a more cohesive unit, Jonesy, on the offensive end of the floor as well, when they were playing as a team, they were winning and they looked good.
Absolutely.
As you just said, I think there are too many guys playing selfishly right now in terms of trying to be the hero every night. They're not playing as a team, and they're not playing well defensively. So that's it right there. If the 5 on the floor right now stay, which I'm sure they will, they just have to play better, period. And I don't think the bench, the rotation has a lot to do with it or anything like that. It's just they have to play better, period.
Jay Triano talked about their attitudes as well. The fact that, the shoulders slump and the heads go down and they're not fighting through stuff. I mean, Sacramento, the Kings went on a 10-0 run to start the 3rd quarter, and Toronto went from up 5 to down 5 at the under 9-minute timeout, an under 9-minute timeout. And Jay Triano said he had the feeling that this game was lost. And he said, there's still 8 minutes to go in the third
And you're only
quarter.
down 5.
He said, trust me, there's going to be a lot more of those coming up, where the way the ebb and flow of the game is, where we're up and then we're down. You can't hang your head, you can't get down, you got to have good body language. And I think this all comes from confidence. And as Eric said, if they play better and feel they can do it, all of that changes.
Okay, and I'm going to change to go for a workout right now. Little early evening workout, and then off to dinner and wander around the streets of San Francisco again.
See some clear sky coming,
Hopefully
folks.
for tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully for tomorrow. We'll speak to you then.